The violent crime data that we gathered last time came from the FBI Uniform Crime Report, but it came as an Excel file, and it doesn't contain any geometry, so there's no way to display it in a GIS. So to do that, what we're going to need to do is download county boundaries, and one of the easiest places to do that is through the US Census. Now, many of you have heard of Tiger line files, and you can certainly acquire some of these. The issue is that some of these don't have particularly good boundary lines, and they can look a little different than you might expect. So for instance, if we download the data from 2015, actually we're going to use the FTP site. So we go to county, and we can download the 2015 boundaries. This is a file of about 70 megabytes, so it's a little bit large, and many of the government websites have fairly slow downloading rates. So depending on where you are, this will probably take a minute or two to download. So while this is downloading, we'll show you the other product that you're probably going to be interested in. So the cartographic boundary shapefiles are simplified representations of selected geographic areas. What we're going to do is go to the county, and these are prepared in a number of different scales. So depending on the map scale that you're interested in, you're going to want to download either the 500K, the 5 million, or the 20 million. For our purposes, we're going to download the 20 million. So we'll start that process now. And you'll notice that those are quite a bit smaller. The reason for that is that they don't contain a lot of the extra data that you'll find as part of the boundary files, plus the geometries are a little bit simpler. So let's take a look at that and unzip this. So if we bring this into ARC, we get a fairly nice representation of the United States. It looks more or less like we would expect. Of course, these aren't projected. And you notice that it includes Puerto Rico, it includes Alaska, it includes Hawaii. So depending on your subject area, you'll want to be a little bit careful about what you show and don't show. Let's take a look back at the download. We're nearly done, about a minute to go. So we'll pause the video and pick up here in just a moment. Okay, that data is now in, so we can take a look at this. We'll show in folder and we'll unzip. Here we are. If we add this into ArcGIS, we get a map that looks something like the last one, but if you'll notice, there are a few differences here. So first of all, the county boundaries that are next to the Great Lakes are extended into the Great Lakes, and some of the offshore areas you can see in the Tiger line files in purple extend quite a bit offshore. Now, depending on what you're doing, again, probably mostly that will work out just fine, but you will want to be careful, especially if you're showing in the entire United States, because the area around the Great Lakes probably won't look quite right. So these are going to be the base shapefiles for the assignment. In the next video, we'll talk about how to join those up.